For centuries, humanity has charted the heavens, plumbed the ocean's depths, and dissected the very fabric of existence, convinced that with enough intellect and technology, every mystery would eventually yield to its formidable gaze. Yet sometimes, the greatest enigmas aren't found in distant galaxies or ancient ruins, but in the quiet corners of our own world, a relentless, maddening whisper that defies explanation. This is the story of the Taos Hum, one of the most peculiar, frustrating, and frankly, embarrassing chapters in the annals of modern acoustics. Nestled in the high desert of northern New Mexico, Taos is a town steeped in serenity and ancient mystery. For generations, its adobe architecture has offered a sanctuary, a quiet retreat where the whispers of wind through piñon trees were the loudest disruptions. It's a place where three distinct cultures, Native American, Hispanic, and Anglo, have intertwined, each seeking a measure of peace, a connection to the vast, silent landscape. But in the early 1990s, that peace was shattered. Not by invaders or natural disaster, but by something far more insidious, a low, persistent thrumming, a deep bass note that seemed to emanate from nowhere and everywhere all at once. This wasn't a sound you merely heard. It was a sound you felt, a visceral invasion that mocked the very tranquility Taos represented. Initially, it was dismissed as an individual eccentricity, a figment of an overactive imagination. But then, more people started hearing it. Not just a few, but a significant portion of the town's population, estimated between 2% and 10%. They weren't a fringe group. They were shopkeepers, artists, retirees, veterans, ordinary citizens whose lives were slowly being hijacked. The local newspaper became a forum for frantic pleas and bewildered theories. The Taos Hum, as it came to be known, wasn't just a nuisance, it was a medical concern. Sufferers reported sleepless nights, debilitating headaches, nosebleeds, nausea, and a pervasive anxiety that slowly eroded their quality of life. The sound, often described as a diesel engine idling in the distance or heavy machinery working underground, was faint enough to be elusive, yet powerful enough to drive some to the brink of despair. The stage was set for a scientific confrontation with the intangible. What followed was a scientific inquest worthy of a tragicomic opera. Equipped with the latest acoustical equipment, a team of university researchers, funded by Congress no less, descended upon Taos. They deployed sensitive microphones, spectrum analyzers, and a battery of tests, determined to capture and quantify this elusive tormentor. Their adversaries? An invisible, uncooperative foe, and the very limits of human perception. The conflict was a maddening stalemate. While some individuals clearly heard the hum, the sophisticated equipment largely registered silence, or, at best, ambient noise entirely consistent with a small town. It was a humiliating paradox. Hundreds of people experiencing a profound physical phenomenon, yet science, in all its supposed objectivity, found nothing definitive. "It's like trying to catch smoke," one exasperated researcher might have muttered, "with a butterfly net made of pure data." The theories proliferated, each more desperate than the last. Was it underground geological activity, a secret military project, perhaps sonic weaponry gone awry, power lines resonating? Or was it, as some skeptics began to suggest, simply a mass psychogenic illness, a collective hallucination, a testament to the power of suggestion in a small, close-knit community? The absurdity lay in the gap between the profound suffering and the profound lack of empirical evidence. The outcome, predictably, was no outcome. The congressional study concluded, rather unsatisfyingly, that while a number of residents did indeed perceive an annoying low-frequency sound, its source remained unidentified. A classic bureaucratic pronouncement that offered precisely zero comfort to those still living with the relentless drone. The Taos Hum thus settled into its uncomfortable legacy as an enduring enigma, a permanent asterisk in the annals of auditory science. Even today, the debate rages. Modern interpretations lean heavily on a few key possibilities. Some researchers point to very low-frequency, VLF radio waves, a byproduct of telecommunications. Others suggest microseismic activity, a constant, low-level vibration of the Earth's crust, imperceptible to most but acutely felt by a sensitive few. Then there's the persistent, if less dramatic, theory of environmental noise, perhaps distant highway traffic or industrial fans, somehow amplified or directed by specific atmospheric conditions or local topography. And of course, the psychological dimension remains potent. Tinnitus, a common internal ringing or buzzing, could be misattributed to an external source, especially within a community already primed by suggestion. The Taos Hum, therefore, stands as a humbling reminder of the unpredictable nature of perception itself, a stark testament to the limits of our scientific instruments, and perhaps our own understanding, when confronted with a phenomenon that whispers just beyond the edge of the quantifiable. It serves as a profound echo, not just of a sound, but of humanity's enduring struggle to explain the unexplainable, to silence the unsettling truths that lie just beneath the surface of our ordered world.